is Eden again, and welcome to my fourth vlog. Yes, fourth na tayo guys. My previous three vlogs were just all about visa, US visa, Schengen visa, and what to do during your visa interview. But this vlog is for all the teachers of DepEd. Yes, kasi po I used to be a DepEd employee. I'm a teacher. And back in the Philippines, empleyado po ako ng gobyerno sa DepEd for 3 years. And as of now, I'm already here in Abu Dhabi teaching English to Korean engineers. And because I'm here in the Middle East, it's just other countries are just very accessible because Europe is close, other neighboring country. That's why I'm able to travel now to different countries. As of now, I already traveled to several countries, but actually my first ever international travel was when I was still in the Philippines as a DepEd teacher. Yeah, so teachers, mga taga DepEd dyan, if you have the desire to travel abroad, that's not impossible to happen. Kasi I had my first international trip when I was yet a DepEd employee. So I'd like to teach you, I'd like to share to you what to do in order for you to be granted a travel permit. I'm a Bisaya, I'm from Mindanao. So for us mga Bisaya, di ba, mas nahihirapan tayong magtagalog. Maybe in just a short time, we can speak fluently in Tagalog, but for how many minutes later, narorong grammar na tayo. So forgive me if I will speak in Taglish, but this is really intended for DepEd teachers because I will be sharing to you how I was able to get a travel permit. That was the key why I was able to have my international trip, even as a government employee in the Philippines as a DepEd teacher. So DepEd teachers, I believe in the saying na all work, no play makes John a dull boy. And there is a time for everything. So the DepEd teachers are really very busy, getting busier because you have a lot of requirements and forms to accomplish regularly. I know you're working so hard. I've been there. I know the struggle of being a DepEd teacher. So you also deserve a break. So if you have that plan or that desire to explore or to see other countries, follow your dreams. Kasi walang imposible. These are the things that you need to accomplish or the documents that you need to prepare so that you will be granted a travel permit. The travel permit is the documents that you will have to show to the immigration officers before they will let you fly. Kasi I heard also some negative stories of some people who were offloaded. Not necessarily the government employees, but na-offload kasi maybe they failed to prove to the immigration officers, maybe they failed to convince the immigration officers that they are going to travel abroad really just for a tour, or they failed to satisfy the documents or the things that the immigration officer wants to see. I want you to know na you need to accomplish the documents as early as possible. Kasi all these documents, it needs to reach your regional office 1 month before your intended departure. So if it needs to reach the regional office 1 month before your trip, dapat 2 months before or 3 months before, you have already started gathering the papers, gathering the documents. Kasi the documents will pass through from the school level to the division level until lastly to the regional level. So ganyan po ang process for you to be granted a travel permit. So what are the requirements to travel abroad para sa mga DepEd teachers? Okay, number 1, school clearance. So depende sa school ninyo kung how many people needs to sign in the school clearance. Accomplish the school clearance, everybody should have signed it They will ask you why you are accomplishing this school clearance. Of course, just tell them na you have a plan to travel abroad. So, don't make it a secret. Kasi malalaman nila na aalis ka or magtutour ka sa ibang bansa. So, just tell them na you want to explore, you want to see other countries also. After the school clearance, division clearance. So you need to go to your division office, be cleared also in the division level. So again, it depends on your division office, how many signatories you need to be cleared in your division clearance. Of course, you will really need the division superintendent's signature. That's the most important one, right, as the head of the division. Okay, and then next, this following some certificates, you will get this from your division office. So you can just ask there who is the person that is in charge to give you the certificates. Okay, certificate of no pending case and certificate from Provident Fund. And another certificate of employment. This is a proof that you are an employee of the government. And then leave form, or we call that form 6. Kailangan niyang pirmahan ng school principal. Another document is the application letter signifying to travel. Actually, this is like an intent letter. This is addressed to the division superintendent through proper channels. This cover letter expresses your intent to travel to other countries. So what is the content of the intent letter? So basically, just write there that you intend to travel abroad for tour. So write there your purpose, why you want to travel to another country, and then where, which specific country, or pwede mo i-specify pa which city in that country. So in my case, I put there Seoul, South Korea, because that's the country and that's the city where I intended to go. And then how long will you be staying in that country, which specific date, specify mo talaga lahat. Where, when, the effectivity of your leave, how many days, ganon. After expressing your intent, so at the near end of the letter, just write there you're asking for the approval of the people in the higher position. The first one to sign in that letter is your school principal, and then you will forward that letter to the division. So your division superintendent will also sign that letter if i-approve ka niya to travel abroad. The next document is a certification that somebody will take over your duties and functions while you will be away. So, actually ako na lang ang gumawa ng certification na to because the division office did not give me a model or a pattern, a format. I just wrote there, this certifies that I was allowed to travel abroad, and then while I am away, somebody has already agreed to take over my duties and responsibilities while I'm away. So in my case, guys, I spent 7 days in Korea, so I was away from work for 1 whole week. Ikaw na ang bahala who is that person that you will ask to take over your tasks or and responsibilities, or to handle your class while you will be away. You can ask from your co-teachers, or if your head teacher is willing, then you can ask favor from her or him. Yun. And this is signed by school principal. Yes, this certification. A proof na you are not irresponsible, na magtutour ka lang tas walang maiiwan sa klase mo. So you need to submit all these documents to the regional office 1 month before the effectivity of your leave. We all know, di ba, na sa government, hindi madali ang pagpapapirma pa lang. Just seeking for one person's signature is not that easy, especially in the higher office, the people in the division and in the region. So as much as possible, really my best advice is accomplish all these documents, start accomplishing all these documents as early as possible. What is this certificate of no pending case? You need to approach your division lawyer, then tell her or him that you need this kind of certificate, and then alam na niya anong ibibigay sa'yo. He or she already knows what this certificate is. He or she will just print it out and then sign it for you. So the person to approach for this certificate is your division lawyer. So, and then what is a certificate from Provident Fund? So I will read to you a sample of these certificates. This is to certify that as per records of this office, your name, full name, and then permanent teacher, teacher 1 ka ba, teacher 2, teacher 3, whatever your position of, and then your school, and then the division office is cleared from Provident Fund accountability. So the certification is issued upon request of the above named official or employee or teacher in connection with his or her request to travel abroad, specifically to Seoul, South Korea, on the date. Put the date there. So this was signed by our accountant and administrative officer, and also the division superintendent. Yun. So ano pa bang, what else? Ano pa bang certificate ang mahirap dito? Okay. Yun lang. Teachers, go for it. You deserve to see the world. You deserve a break. You deserve to pursue your dream. O, hindi po hadlang na empleyado tayo ng gobyerno o DepEd teacher tayo. Hindi na tayo pwedeng makapag-travel abroad. Diba? Especially for the singles. Kasi you are more free. You don't have any kids to take care or a husband na kailangan mong isipin. You are free. So if you have the chance, go grab it. And then I want you to know na hindi po siya masyadong magastos. It's not the traveling is not just for the rich. As I told you, I first traveled internationally as a DepEd employee. Believe it or not, I just had 20,000 pesos on my pocket when I traveled to South Korea. Imagine I was there for 1 week. I want to encourage you to make your dream a reality. So kahit saan pa yan, whether you like to travel to Korea, Japan ba, Indonesia, Taiwan, Singapore, wherever you wanna go. Kailangan ba talaga ng travel permit? Yes, absolutely yes. Because for me, honesty is the best policy. So some people, they would try to lie. It's against the law to lie in front of the immigration officer kasi they are the representatives of the government. So you need to respect the authority that they have. You need to really declare who you are. Kasi the first thing that they will ask you is what is your job here in the Philippines. So if you're a government employee, you really need a travel permit signed by all the authorities over you. If you are not honest enough, you will not have that confidence to face the immigration officer. If you're not confident, you will stammer, you will stutter, and mas all the more, you will be a candidate for offload. There's a possibility na you will not be allowed to fly. It's better to do everything legally. And then another reason why you really need to accomplish the travel permit is for you to have peace while you are having your vacation. Para ma-enjoy mo ang time mo, you could really be free because you have the blessing or the approval of all immediate bosses or immediate superiors, your head teacher, your principal, and even the division and the regional office. You have their approval. So while you enjoy your vacation, wala kang iisipin, hindi ka matatakot, you have peace of mind, you are free to post kung sa social media, yun. Kasi wala kang kinatatakutan because you went through the process. Legal po ang bakasyon mo. I just use my leave credits for that vacation. And I tell you guys, when you come back after that, especially if that's your first international trip, you will come back to the Philippines, you will come back to your workplace as a different person. Not totally different, but you have grown because that's your first international exposure to another country. You will really learn a lot, and then you will have more things to give to your students and even to your co-teachers. Kasi you have a lot of learnings. You will dream for bigger things for yourself, even for your country. So that's all. Thank you so much.